And in 5, 4, 3.
Oh my, oh my. Welcome to Motherfunkler. Greetings to all our fellow Funklers. Today we are broadcasting from the Crow's Nest. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Please share our link with your friends and family. Send us your reviews, comments, and questions. They are greatly appreciated. I am Downtown Trevor Brown. I'm the owner of Atomic Barber Company in Hannibal Square, Winter Park, Florida. You can follow me at Atomic Chili Sauce on Instagram. Here, as always, the usual suspects, PR and Orlando Trivia Nick. Also, the Wizard of Ed and super producer. Thank you guys for joining us. Or, as always, joining me.
There you go. I think everybody gets the point by now.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we should pre-record that part and just fucking slice it in.
That's lame, bro. People can tell.
Because we could do a different one each time.
It's fucking, yeah. Plus, people, I think, dig the fact that we're live and hanging out with them.
And yeah, and as we go live, we're approaching our 30th episode. When we go live, I think we're Park Ave Tavern is one of our pre-selected places. I'm sure there's a couple other in the running, but in any case, PR is the owner of the Winter Park, Florida Allstate Agency, and Nick is a trivia host in Winter Park, Florida, and the broadcast voice of the Orlando Predators. You can follow Nick at Orlando Trivia on the Instagram.
The Insta.
All right, so I think today we should just jump straight into gym etiquette.
All right.
Jesus.
I mean, surprisingly, have a lot to say about this topic. I am kind of shocked by how my opinion is on this topic, but it's girthy.
I would like to say that we could probably break this into 2 or 3 parts because of how much time I have spent at gyms and the transitions that I've moved through from being a sloppy college boy, not giving a shit about germs, to what I have metamorphosized in these days. PR, do you have any quick insights on your original story through gym etiquette?
I'd say that the etiquette has definitely improved over the last 40 years I've been going to gym.
For you specifically, or for
Were
the
there
globe?
gyms? There gyms 40 years ago?
Oh, yeah. You know, there weren't these fancy gyms now. Back in the 80s, I found the gyms to be quite hardcore. You know, we didn't have the designer outfits. We didn't have the designer equipment. Almost no AC. It was different.
What was your outfit like?
Yeah.
It was whatever was going.
Tank top.
It was generally just a
Can I draw a picture for everybody?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like Johnny McEnroe shorts.
There you go.
I'm thinking Gold's Gym tank top where you cut even more in so that you could hold the insides in. I'm thinking headband. I'm thinking fluffy socks and Reeboks. No. British Knights.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah?
But, you know, the gyms, and then I'd say that in the mid-90s, gyms became a lot of a luxury thing. It became something that you needed to be seen to be at. Yeah, it continues to be something that you need to be seen at, because I can tell you, I go to the gym, as you know, almost every day, and there are people that I see at the gym every day for the hour and 15 minutes that I'm there that don't do anything other than socialize.
I know a lot of those people.
What is
and
that?
That is,
Fucking
you know,
nerd.
Why would you go to the gym at 5:30 in the morning to actually just walk around, go and sit at something, and then not even use the equipment?
I mean, the answer is the same answer I give in every episode. It's that our existence is nothing but fucking pure, unadulterated misery. And in order to deal with that, you find outlets. And some people's outlet is going to the gym, making really loud erotic sounds while they work out on a machine to make everybody else feel uncomfortable. That's their outlet to this miserable, terrible fucking existence.
Well, I've been going to the
gym.
gym.
So just know that when you see those people that you think are so pathetic, they're struggling through the same fucking bog of misery that we have to struggle through every single day.
Well, I struggle with the idea that you get up at 5 in the morning and you drive in your car to the gym and you get there, and then you don't work out. You're actually socializing, and I don't even know who would want to socialize. I have been going to the gym for the better part of probably 40 years. I have never made a friend in the gym. I mean, because I'm antisocial in the gym. That's my space.
I have that. That's hard to believe, man.
When I'm
Yeah,
I'm
I
in
don't
a
believe you.
complete time capsule.
I feel like you're the guy who walks around in the clothes that are freshly pressed. You know, they have like the fold in the front. Obviously, not gym workout clothes.
I do make sure that I'm well dressed. I typically wear, the brands that I like.
I
So
could just
I'm
be
not-
like, I could CPR. Hey, man, that's a good rep you got there. You want to talk about your homeowner's insurance bundling with your auto?
So let me tell you a funny story.
Don't talk about bundling at the gym.
So let me tell you a funny story, right? I've been going to a gym here for the last 5 years, call it, and there's a guy that came up to me about a year ago in the change room, and it's typically a fairly sensitive
love this.
time.
It's getting good.
But I was fully clothed, and he comes to me and he says, my wife and I have been following your exercise routine. Because we think as a cardiologist, you must know the way to go.
So you got duped into a very commonly used pickup for swingers. So what he did was he gave you a little boost of your confidence by saying you were a cardiologist, which, he's just making that up. And he mentioned his wife so that he's not gay. But then he's saying, me and my wife are following your workout routines. What he's hoping is to strike up a conversation, and the next thing you know, the four of you guys are playing Who's in My Mouth.
I was just not going for that, though.
Well, obviously,
I'm
you
following
didn't
your
get it.
story, but I'm just not going down that road.
Wait, I would like to backtrack and say it's probably not the four of them. It was just PR that was approached on this. So it would be what are the kids calling it these
Well,
days?
I would guess he's wearing were you wearing a ring?
No, I never wore a ring. Don't wear it.
You don't wear a wedding ring?
Never.
You don't want the ladies to know that you're fucking taken? My man.
I know a guy that doesn't wear a wedding ring just because it's not. He doesn't wear jewelry. He doesn't wear cologne.
Listen to the fucking shit you're saying right now. That's not PR. PR's personality to me would never scream somebody who doesn't wear their wedding ring.
Never wear jewelry.
You're wearing a fucking watch right now and
yeah,
a
and a
bracelet.
Well, it's not a bracelet. It's just a
piece of
Well,
string.
exactly what is it called? What is a thing around your wrist called to use for decorative purposes?
It's not decorative.
Then there's no other reason to have it. You got to put your hair up?
No, it's we have a prayer, and you got to put that on, and you only take it.
Okay,
you
so
don't
you
ta-
throw in
you
fucking
don't
religion
take
to
it
try
off.
and make me feel bad.
I'm
I don't feel bad.
not.
It's
I'm
still a
just
bracelet.
saying it's not a bracelet.
A crucifix around your neck, still a necklace.
Yeah, but I don't know where we're going with that.
Well, I would like to jump back to the difference in outfits before we go into actual etiquette. Difference in outfits. We've talked about full bush from time to time. I don't think that anybody these days has full bush at the gym, but with what PR's outfit was imagined as, I remember distinctly growing up in the 80s with the aerobic
Yes,
chick
that's what I was getting at.
deal, and they wore the shorts because they had full bush. Bottom line.
Yeah.
And nowadays it's a little different. You could have you seen the chicks wearing it's intentionally stitched to accentuate certain parts?
I think that's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I
You're talking about like yoga pants that have the crunch up the butthole, like
Yeah.
butt crack?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all ridiculous.
Definitely full bush.
Listen, you're not going to get any
or
argument.
definitely not full bush.
We live in fucking crazy times.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
I think that's I would say people need to have some sort of appreciation for their own body and their own physique, because you sometimes see somebody wearing something, and you have to have the physique to be able to put that on and go to the gym.
Yeah.
So awareness.
Yeah, self-awareness.
Yeah,
It's so important, man.
All right,
And-
so let's jump into machine etiquette. I would ask you a bunch of questions, but I just want to lead it with, I've always been a one machine at a time kind of guy.
Okay.
It drives me fucking nuts when somebody insists on where I'm still thinking about full bush, but when
I
somebody
think you're always thinking about full bush.
that's why somebody gives me cards that say full. In any case, when somebody, what's it called? It's called a, not syndicate workout. It's called so you do one exercise and you quickly go to the next one.
Yeah.
And then the gym is absolutely jam-packed and you're using 3 different things at the same time and you're fucking over everybody else that's trying to get in and out in a efficient manner drives me fucking since day one.
So I have an argument against that.
Tell me more.
But it's not. I agree with you in the context for which you're stating. My argument comes from what I do, which is I go to the YMCA to the old man's room. It's in the back. It's like where the old men go.
Yeah.
And there they have a circuit, I think is the word you're looking for, but they have a specific area that has a huge sign that says this is for circuit training.
I used to go to that YMCA, and I used to just walk back there and take over the machines and interrupt old people from dicking around.
See, that's as fucked up as somebody messing with you. Because I go there as an old man, and I use fucking 30 like little tiny baby weights, and I go around real fast 3 times. It takes me 11 minutes.
I used to use heavy weights. Now I use baby weights. I think I can grasp the concept, but the downtown YMCA in Orlando, the layout is pretty fucked up. You have to go to different rooms to do different things. I understand that it started out as one YMCA, and then Dr. Phillips came in and did a donation to build a different wing.
Yes,
the layout is like the beer's Total Wine.
I mean, it's not different than
it's a
most
goddamn.
Ys.
It's chaotic. It's mass hysteria. Dogs and cats living together.
Most YMCA's are shitty. I mean, Winter Park's not bad, but the YMCA in Oviedo is the same fucking. It's like a purposeful labyrinth, like a maze.
I used to go to. When I went to hair school in Oviedo, I would skip my workout in the morning and go to the Oviedo YMCA. It's not as much of a labyrinth as the downtown YMCA.
Yeah,
so my sense is that when you in a public space, you should have some sort of etiquette on how to behave in a public space.
Tell me more.
And I find it incredibly nauseating when people do, for example, 3 different machines. So I understand you're doing legs, for example. I mean, people decide that. But when you go into the gym at 5 a.m, you can do legs and it's not that busy. So yes, you can use 3 machines, no problem. But when you go in at a busy time, right, I would be very offended if whilst I'm busy trying to do my 4 sets, somebody is wanting to share the machine with me.
I would too.
I am also very hygienic when I'm using it. So I wipe it down before and I wipe it down after. And,
I want to hear what that old my is about.
Oh my. This is a triple oh my.
Wow.
You want to tell us about the
Hit me.
Yeah, so...
Talking about wiping down, which we're jumping to a different part of etiquette.
So etiquette, when I was a kid, I moved here from Wichita, Kansas. I was at LA Fitness in Waterford Lakes. My concept of keeping something clean is you have no idea if somebody wiped it down before you. So maybe as far as efficiencies should go, you always wipe the machine down before you use it. And then you're not double wiping. Except for
I double wipe.
Double and triple wiping is very important in our lives. So,
what if you just keep wiping and it's like a magic marker?
Well, it
just keeps going.
It keeps the gym's overhead high because the more that you wipe, the more chemicals that are going on to the pleather, whatever the fuck it is, and it breaks it down faster. But I have no idea if somebody wiped it before I did. So if we created a global rule of wipe it before you use it, I think you're escaping the double wipe scenario.
I would say that wiping, just because we want to be hygienic, right? There are too many people at the gym who are super unhygienic, right? They get on a treadmill, run for an hour, and then just dust off the treadmill with all the perspiration all over it. And I look at the guy and I'm thinking to myself, are you absolutely going to leave that machine in that state?
In the years that I've been working out, the sanitary wipes or spray doesn't actually really do that much.
No.
And I
was about to say,
it's more of a
you guys are
placebo
both. I don't
effect.
fucking wipe anything. I don't fucking wipe anything.
Wait, are we talking about just at the gym?
Just at the gym. I mean, I wipe my ass. Okay, I wipe my ass.
So Nick, I would be somebody. If you used one of the machines next to me, I would be pretty offended.
Let me say something. If I'm sweating, if I get up and there's wetness on the seat, or wetness
Or a hair
on the
stain.
hand
Or a
or a
hair
hair
stain.
stain
Yes,
or a
on
hair
the-
stain. If I get up and there's something there,
can
I'm
wipe
going to
it
go
down.
get something. I'm going to wipe it.
Squeak, squeak,
If
squeak.
I'm dry, because I don't really sweat very
No
often,
problem.
I fucking roll through this shit fast. And I'm like, I don't care if the person before me, like, dude, that's not anywhere near the grossest thing I've done in the last month.
Recently, I have become aware of wiping at the gym, machines at the gym to be more specific. And it was COVID. I didn't want to wear a mask. I found it. I actually switched from the downtown Y to another gym. Probably that's where we met at the gym. I had no idea you belonged to Anytime Fitness.
Yeah.
I was pulling up one day on a lunch break, went into the gym. Your car was there.
Fucking
We're
wailing my pecs,
We're
bro.
like, woo. In any case, shit, I lost my train of thought. Wiping.
Well, masks.
Masks. So they didn't make me. Thank you for the reminder. They didn't
welcome.
make me wear a mask, which that's important to me. If you're going into a fucking gym and you're sweating everything out of your body, do you really think a fucking COVID
I'm
mask
lucky then.
is important?
I'm lucky. When I joined the downtown Y, I've never gone to a gym where they made me wear a fucking mask. So
Did they make you wear one there?
No. Absolutely not. I mean, but I've only been a member there for like a year and a half. So during COVID, I guess maybe there were different rules, but I've never in my life attended a place that made me wear a
I'll
mask.
need to AI it or Google it, but I read some fact. I looked it up 2 weeks ago. There's 1,000 more germs on a weight at the gym than on your toilet at home. And no matter how much wiping you do, it's there. Like it's going to be there. I do think that my experience at gyms has contributed to my immune system from somebody that hasn't gone to a gym.
Dude, all this is fucking bullshit.
Tell me more.
I like wiping the fucking, like I'm reading our super producers looking shit up, and it's like talking about how crazy everything is and how gross everything is. If there's sweat, I get it. Like, but you really think that somebody who cares enough about themselves and their body to go to a gym, so they go to a gym, even if it's a shitty gym, they're still paying. And they're taking their body to a gym because they actually care. Do you think that the people touching and using those are more or less gross than somebody using a fucking bus or a fucking subway, opening a door at Park Avenue Tavern? Like, now we're talking about the true disgusting people in the
I would
fucking
disagree
society.
with the people.
And they're not
that
wiping anything down. This is just
I would
fucking party
disagree with
time.
the people that I see at the gym. Often, especially after New Year's, when a certain group of people make their
it's
New
a
Year's
lot of people,
resolutions,
Yeah, for the 1 month.
they create germs for the gym for a decade in the future, and that scares the shit out of me.
I do agree that with us having been to the gym 20 or 30 years, we have built up a certain kind of internal defense mechanism, right? So I get that. But for me, it's just the visible hygiene. I would like to make sure that I've wiped the thing down before I use it. So I'm going to go onto a treadmill
visible.
for an hour, right?
So
and when I see
go.
I have
you go.
a fucking pet peeve at the gym, and this happens all the time at every gym that I've ever been to in my entire life. People use the machines and they use the weights, and then they chew their fucking fingernails off.
Jeez.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
That is insanely
what is that?
like ridiculously gross.
So here I am. I get onto the
I
treadmill.
can't believe you've experienced that enough to become a pet
I walk
peeve.
into a treadmill, and there are wipes, right? Dirty wipes that somebody else has wiped the machine, and has left it. They've left their dirty wipes there.
Are they dirty?
Well-
I'm being serious. Like if it already has a chemical thing on it that's supposed to be a cleaner, if they use it to wipe, isn't the wipe cleaner than the machine is?
But I think my sense is that they should actually, once you've done what you're supposed to have done, before or after, take your trash and put away. What I like to do, though,
I agree.
which is what I do, I wipe my thing down, then I take all my wipes that I've got, grab theirs, and chuck it.
I do that too, but in my mind, I'm like, do I really need to take my wipe to pick up somebody else's wipe? Because shouldn't it be clean? Shouldn't the wipe be clean in the first
So,
place?
anyways,
What a
so that's
fucking
the
headache.
cleaning. That's the cleaning part, right? The thing that
You
really
gotta take a wipe to clean somebody else's wipe to wipe off a machine that you just wiped.
But let me tell
and
you
then
what's
wipe some more
nightmare.
of the wipe.
What a fucking nightmare.
We're really just spreading fucking germs
That's
everywhere.
I'm telling you, just let's
Yeah.
go fucking bear.
we've built up some really good.
But build your microbiome. Build it up. Get ready to rock, man.
We've built
Let's
up
go.
some really good defense mechanisms. But I tell you the defense mechanism that I don't have in a gym, which is, so there's just two of them. One if you are sick, do not come to the gym. If you are coughing, the slightest cough. So I have the 3 cough rule. If I'm and I normally, when I go to the gym, I'm normally there for like an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes. I'm only using 4 pieces of equipment. I don't do like, 20 or 30 things.
Wait a minute.
Right?
So
Let
you're
me
saying
tell you
if
something,
you use
bro.
4 pieces of equipment, does that mean you're socializing in between
I'm not
the
social.
4
I'm
pieces of
doing.
equipment?
I run for an hour.
Okay.
Right.
One.
And then I've got another half.
How
an
many
hour,
insurance
15 minutes.
policies have you sold at the gym?
0. And I haven't spoken to one person at the gym as well. So what I find is that I give the person next to me, if they cough once, I now count 1. And now I'm irritated. But now I'm aware. I don't gym
All
with
right.
with headphones
Dude.
on. So then they cough twice. Now I'm ready to turn off my machine or to move. And
Cough
if they
3
cough
times, you're
3
fucking
times,
leave?
I move and I make it very, very known to the person next to me that you are ill.
How
and
known?
You shouldn't be.
Like PR known, where you just kind of give them a side glance, or do you go, "You are a fucking scuzz monster"?
I don't
I'm
do
getting
the Nick
fuck outta
one.
here."
I give the PR one,
Yeah.
which is politely get off the machine, go 3 or 4 machines to the side,
Well,
and do what I need to
in
do.
discussing this in pet peeves, my biggest pet peeve was like kind of what made me start thinking before the show to talk about this. I always draw a penis, as followers of the show know, and I drew an uncircumcised one today. That's because just yesterday in the sauna, a 150-year-old man came in and started doing naked squat thrusts at YMCA. That is just...
I find that to be quite
detestable.
entertaining. Tell us about it.
Well, it smelled like a
Jeez,
Cambodian
crow.
POW camp in there. First of all, okay, like it smelled like a diaper wrapped with Indian food. Like it was fucking disgusting.
Interesting.
I got up and left. What I was going to say about coughing, if you think
Did he
3
cough?
no, he didn't cough, but I didn't give him much time. He was now. I want to paint the picture. He wasn't like making eye contact with me or anything like that. I mean, it wasn't like creepy, but it was.
He's not my cardiologist.
It was a 150-year-old man who walks in, throws his towel aside, and just starts doing fucking squat thrusts in the middle of a relatively small sauna in the downtown YMCA.
By the by, is this the hot sauna or the wet sauna?
Hot. Not
so-
wet. So I can make an argument for that. I think it's more acceptable to just fucking flop around naked in the steam room than the sauna. The sauna to me is generally understood to be you're wearing shorts, like you're in there hanging out to get a sweat and you're out of there. But not this guy. Just
I have to say, Nick, that there's the other pet peeve that I have other than coughing.
not being naked.
No.
Is that your pet peeve?
It is somebody that either has a full-on conversation with their cell phone on a speaker, or alternatively listening to their music with it on speaker.
I could
headphones.
not agree more.
Oh.
This is not just a gym thing. This is a life thing.
Yeah.
I went to a hardware. I didn't go to hardware. I went to Staples the other day to pick up some stand-up sign, whatever the fuck.
Fucking Staples, huh?
And yeah, oh yeah. It was for
the
taste.
Yeah.
Which we'll do post-mortem
You'll do-
on this
yeah, we-
evening.
we
but
got some fun
went to
clip
go
coming
pick up stand-up table signs, and some assholes were in the back. 2 guys, both having conversations on speakerphone. Fuck that shit. That's the most ridiculous. Like, get on your phone or buy some fucking headphones and don't fuck. Like, I can understand if you're talking to somebody on the other end. I don't want to hear anything else on the other end. I don't want to hear your shitty music or your shitty conversation. It's far out, man.
Well, let me hear anything else you said. So the reason I left Anytime Fitness and went to downtown YMCA,
I know where you're
say
going with
hear
this.
was that there are 2 men that go to the fucking gym that I think their purpose for going to the gym is to make everyone uncomfortable with their orgasm sounds that they make while they're working out. And I can tell you that not only is Trevor seeing what I'm talking about,
know
he's
exactly who
friends
you're
with
talking
the
about.
fucking guy who does it. And a mutual friend of ours, Dan, I can say that because no last name. I mean, there's fucking 9 million Dans,
Right.
but you guys know who I'm talking about. He has been at the gym when I've experienced it as well. Where at Anytime Fitness, there are men who get on the rowing machine and literally make an orgasm sound every time they come back at full blast. Just pull back, and you're like,
yeah, it's pretty bad.
what the fuck is going on here? Like, you look around, is this fucking real life? Like, did you come here to do this? Is it really such a strenuous workout?
So I will say, yes, I agree with you on that point to a certain extent. I don't let the guys at Anytime Fitness fuck with me, but a prior experience when I was working out at LA Fitness, Waterford Lakes, that was, as far as I'm concerned, the Central Florida bodybuilding mecca.
Yeah.
A lot of big guys.
A lot of big dudes.
Huge guys.
A lot of fucking whale pecs.
So besides the story that I'm going to go to,
tries.
a guy would come in and he'd have a team of 4 people with him, and he'd put on a chest harness, and he would sit down and power lift 1 bench press, just one. They'd walk in and they'd load up fucking 6 plates on each side and chalk him up. You know, like there's bodybuilding chalk flying through the air, and this guy would drop the bar to his chest and then not be able to lift it, and he would scream louder than you could ever imagine and try to push it up, and then the guys would load the bar back on the rest, and then they'd all high five and be like, "Good job, buddy." And I'm sitting there. I felt like I was really bodybuilding. I was fucking grinding muscles without making a noise. But I would see these guys come in often, different guys. And it was a look at me.
When you say grinding, I'm picturing you, I'm picturing Rocky IV with Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
That's what except your head on that. Like, that's what I'm picturing.
So what I do now, besides gym etiquette, is I don't lift heavy weights. I do reps instead of volume.
Yeah.
So like when I grind, I can feel my joints and my tendons fucking like about to fucking
that's why you're
burst.
doing it, is because we're at an age now where we're not trying to look good in a fucking banana hammock. We're trying to be able to get out of a chair in a couple of years.
I'm not going to look good in a banana hammock, but I still wear banana hammocks.
He's thinking about it right now. PR's thinking about it. Look at him.
So what I want to say is that one of the things that's so pleasurable about going to the gym. I mean, these visions that you guys have been giving me is just too much.
No, I'm just thinking.
I want to go.
I'm thinking of the look in your eye when Trevor was wearing the Dr. Frankenfurter outfit, and then when he talks about him wearing a banana hammock, you get that same flash,
exactly
that same fire in your eyes.
I only wear the banana hammock when I go to Mexico, Cancun, Mexico specifically. Which, when you're on vacation out of the country,
exactly.
Who gives a fuck what they see you in?
So my sense is that when I go to the gym at 5:30, 6 in the morning, I've got an hour and a half to have, to set my day up, right? So I try to be super polite to the person, to the reception, for example, right? And 9.9 out of 10, they just really don't care about the job. And I just think that's just awful, okay? That's the time when you should just at least greet. Give me the towel and I go do my reps. And at that time of the morning, there's an 80%, 90% repeat group of people that's always there. And the most pleasurable time is, when there's certain really good-looking people.
Oh, here we go.
That are.
I like how you're being non-gender identification
with what I've always pitched as being one of the purposes behind this podcast. You're getting into it now. Like, this is so. It's a weird time to be like a middle-aged man trying to actually work out and go somewhere where you're surrounded by women who like are dressed in a very provocative way on purpose, but at the same time we are bombarded in social media by videos of like quote unquote creepy middle-aged men who look at a woman at that age who's dressed in that manner. And it's like I feel that you have to like purposefully be staring like at the ground the entire time, because if not...
I don't agree with that. And I want to take this back historically. We have only recently, and I don't even think fucking recently, I think it's still going on right now, where younger women want to be attractive to older men that have money. And historically, this has to do with fucking... not kings and queens, but kings and...
I disagree with your premise. Your premise is solid until recently. It is no longer that they historically what you're saying is true. It was a chase for resources. It was human survival.
Yeah.
It was if you were somebody who was deemed an achiever of resources, people would want to be around you, including women. That's not what I'm talking about. They are making themselves attractive while also creating a social construct that we're not allowed to find them attractive. And they're making themselves attractive for being an influencer, being on social media.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with trying to attract. It has the opposite.
Well,
They're creating this thing that they're also at the same time telling us that we're fucking scumbags if we look at it.
I think that the scumbag label comes down to if especially female male kind of setup, if the female finds somebody, and even if it's an older gentleman, attractive, it's okay. And if they're not attractive, they get thrown under the fucking bus.
No, you're going with the stalker. So the stalker is somebody who the woman doesn't like. Like 80s movies, they were fucking stalking the shit out of people, but they were cool. They were Matthew Broderick. They were John Cusack. It's acceptable behavior if you're cool and they like you.
If Matthew McConaughey goes to the gym right now and there are some babes at the gym and he scopes the babes, they're going to be like, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, from a distance, because he doesn't take showers, so he smells like asshole all the time.
So my sense is that so just to say that I know the hot-looking ladies that will be working out, and doing their best.
Dude, that was so fucking creepy. You're not helping any of this shit.
No, I'm saying is that I'm very politely
hot-looking ladies.
And I'm very politely,
I'm politely observing the hot ladies.
From a distance, though, right? However, let me say that the reason why I disagree with what Nick's saying is that women are looking for masculinity. And when I mention the word masculinity, I'm really saying that they are looking for three aspects of real men, which is where men are struggling.
Whoa,
with
we're taking a fucking turn from gym etiquette.
Well, it's still etiquette.
It's still gym etiquette. It's because you're there and you're seeing women that are 20 years your junior, right? And I'm saying they are looking for that because younger men are struggling with the concept of being masculine. So women are looking for a man to provide for them, a man to protect them, and a man to procreate. And we older men have that ability to do those three things.
So where I was going with that is I just disagree with your premise. I'm not disagreeing with the things you're saying. I'm disagreeing. I don't think women are going to the gym to fucking find some older, resourceful, masculine man.
No.
I think they're going to my problem is they're going to the gym not looking for that, dressing in an extremely provocative manner so they can put it on Instagram, but then sending out fucking videos of middle-aged men who have the audacity to look at them dressed this way and say that we're creepy.
Yeah, I'd be saying I agree with your premise there, Nick, that women are not coming to the gym looking for men. Let me not say that. That is definitely not my premise.
Then how did you transition
I
into
am
fucking
saying that
they're looking for this masculinity?
And similarly, when I go to the gym, I'm also not looking for a woman. So here we are, right? I'm admiring
women. We're reading the menu, man.
Yes, that's all it is. Looking at really good-looking women. And every now and then you get somebody that you think to yourself, hang on, she's giving me a little bit too much of attention.
Oh, you're such a goddamn pimp.
And when I start to get that attention, it makes you feel like maybe I'm going to double up the plates.
PR is talking about how he goes to the gym and chicks are fucking checking him out, so he doubles his weight so that he can fucking whale his pecs.
Or whatever I am.
I have never been in a gym scenario where I felt a woman was giving me an extra look. In my entire life.
I've had that many times.
I mean, you're goddamn sexy.
Have you ever had that where I can't believe where you don't, have you never had that, Trevor?
Hey.
I know it's a loaded question, but be honest.
People dig me, man.
Yeah.
People dig me, man.
I shit you not. And it might not, I know that I was bodybuilding in college and it was a different kind of dig. Now it is swagger. It's that I walk in and I don't give a fuck.
Yes.
And for 2.5 years, I had dreadlocks tied back in a headband and tattoos on all of my body parts and cool Lululemon tights and shorts over the tights and a tank top. Like, if you're going to the gym,
do your best.
When I was a kid, my mother gave me a book. And the book said, even if the outfit doesn't fit you, you're going to the gym, you put on a tighter outfit, and it's going to make you want to lose weight or be more jacked. There is a shit ton of psychology that goes behind what you imagine you want to look
shaking
like.
Your head? Are you agreeing with that, Ed? Yeah. Really? Dude,
After asking Ed, you got to weigh in on this question.
If I wear fucking clothes that are too tight, I look like a big fat fucking slob.
Let me just say that Nick doesn't have any fat on him at all, so I don't know where you get that from.
Yes, I do. Fucking gross.
All right, so let me go through my top 5 or so.
There we go.
No etiquette rules. Number 1 would be don't fucking touch anything in the gym and then chew your fingernails. You fucking insane people.
My number 1 rule would be do not be naked to excess. You have to, I get it. You have to take off a towel, put on pants. You have to do it quickly. Walking around with your fucking 90-year-old balls sticking out, talking to the neighbor about their
with
fucking
your leg
kid,
up on a
with
bench,
your leg up on a chair. That says that you're not doing this because you're comfortable. That says that you are an exhibitionist who likes other dudes staring at your fucking balls.
My number 1 rule is do not come into the gym when you are coughing and when you're not well. Just don't come.
I'm surprised you didn't have any other number 1 rule on that.
Well, the close number 1.5 would be don't play your music loud. Put a headphone on.
No. PR's number 1 rule apparently would be if you want to fuck me, just come on up and say it. You don't have to play games.
Well, they do.
They do.
Oh my. So I'm trying to think of my number 2. I'm trying to think of my number 2 rule because the number 1 is definitely putting your fingers in your mouth, but my number 2 is, I got a definite, is people that use 2, 3, 4 machines simultaneously. It doesn't even really matter if it is at the.
All right, so what you're saying is that even in a like at the Y where they have a sign that says it's supposed to be a circuit, single use. You're supposed to go around and do it fast.
So yeah, I would like to argue. I understand the fast thing, but I would go in and skip the circuit and jump in onto like an open machine, do what I needed to do, which those machines weren't available in the rest of the fucking building. There's 2 ab machines in the area that you're talking about. I would go in, use the ab machines, get the fuck out. I would probably break the circuit. Like if somebody was coming up behind me.
Well, I think the point of it is
I'm not using 2 machines in the circuit.
So I think the point is if you're going to do it, you have to, if somebody is going through the circuit, you need to do 1 rep and let them go through the circuit and then get back into your reps. If that's what you're going to do.
Yeah, but I
didn't know that there wasn't other machine that there were machines that
the
didn't
downtown
exist.
Y is a goddamn miserable, chaotic.
That's a good argument. But what my point is, I keep all the fucking body lifting fucking dorks out in the front, away from me.
Yeah.
Let me do an old man circuit. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
My other pet peeve, number 3, would be that when you finish with your piece of equipment, tidy up, do your stuff. If you're using the weights, put the weights away. If you're using plates, put them away and then leave.
Fuck all that shit.
I just think
fucking
that it's
pay for somebody to work there. I just leave shit laying
polite.
around.
The weights, especially on free weights, the weights need to be fucking
Put away.
put back.
I'm joking. I don't do free weights anyway.
There is a sweet old lady that comes into the gym. I see her maybe once a month. If I go later, usually I go at like 5:30, 6 in the morning, something like that. If I miss my wake up call, and I'll do work and then go lift. These fucking gargantuan assholes are leaving 3 45-pound plates on the side of a machine that she wants to use, and she can't lift the 45-pound weights.
No, I agree.
Like,
I was joking.
break your
I was
fucking
joking
weights
about
down.
that. I wasn't arguing. I was joking about that.
No, I know, Nick, that you were joking, but those are things when you're in a public space, and this is even on planes. Okay, when you're in a public space, it just means that you need to be aware of yourself and your surrounding.
When I go onto a public plane and the plane hits not turmoil, what the fuck do you call it?
Turbulence.
Turbulence. And I'm in the bathroom and I accidentally piss all over the seat. I don't fucking take care of anything.
You just let it go.
It is no holds barred. And especially because I'm scared. I wanna go back to my seat and buckle in. And it's their
It just
fault.
keeps flowing.
It's their fault for not making the bathrooms big enough and for how big I am. And then I'm getting shoulder to shoulder jostled. And if my pee goes everywhere,
So
that's the
here's-
airline's
sit down
fault,
to pee.
man.
You sit down to pee on an airplane, bro.
No, hell no. Because I don't want 1,000 germs on my butthole.
You can put something on there, but I must say that my thing about, now that we're talking about airplanes and in being in the restroom, is that I try my damnedest to neaten up the toilet better than when I found it.
I'm picturing PR with a fucking brush. And
I'm
gloves.
taking
And
like the blue
scrubbing the
strip.
hole.
I'm not
Yeah, it's
scrubbing.
like, ah.
I'm not scrubbing, but if there's
And
paper,
he's walking out, and a big old fat woman's walking in after.
if
Ay
there's-
caramba!
if there's paper on the floor, I will take a whole lot of other paper and I will pick it up and I will neaten up the place.
So there is a, not juxtaposition, there's an issue with your argument here. You have an issue with taking your paper and picking up somebody else's paper at the gym, but you will totally pick up somebody else's paper
I
with
would
your
take
paper
my
on an airplane.
No, I would take my paper and I would pick up other people's paper. My concern is that I think the next person, if
You're
there's a-
dodging his
if
pointing
there's a
out
hot
of your
woman-
hypocritical statement.
If there's a hot woman,
Oh, so
standing
it's a
at the
hot woman.
door,
Anything's okay.
and then I open the door. She goes in, and there's a big mess there.
Dude, can you
she
feel?
thinks that I created
I
that
can
mess.
feel the sexual frustration
I
oozing
can
out of
too.
PR today. This is like a very PR, like just expressing yourself
Well,
type
I
of
mean,
episode.
even
a
a
very
good-looking
special
guy.
Motherfunkler.
He's opening up as the episodes pass by. There's more,
I know.
Yeah,
More truth.
Jesus.
And like him I just picture him at the gym sitting there like with his tank top and some woman coming up and going, "Hey, what's going on, PR?"
Listen, that happens
I like
all the
the cut
time.
of your jib.
I've got to make sure that I just, get them to stay away.
So next episode, we're going to get into the definition of hot
Fair.
and also probably airplane etiquette.
Very
because
nice.
That could be a cool follow-up to this. Are you allowed to fart on an airplane?
We can do public space. We can do-
blame it on other people.
Was there fart on Friday?
Yeah. And you know what? I walked up to your table and it already smelled like it. So I did not smell it or
All right.
Wait, what do you call it? I smelt it, but I did not deal it.
Could that have been a shot?
It very well could have. Jesus. So we're gonna go into airplane etiquette.
I would say
next.
public space etiquette. Like let's broaden it a little bit. But
Yeah.
yes, I agree.
All right. Hey, appreciate all the fellow Funklers listening. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And please leave us comments, questions, and requests. Oh my. Oh my.
Give it to me.
It's time for Mother Licking Fuckwood Nuggets!
It's a good one. It's a good one this week.
I'm trying to change it up,
Doing a good job.
Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower. Maybe I'll go super bassy next time.
This was high, though. It was high.
It was good.
I think
liked
it was
it. It was
a
good.
big week.
Hey, so before we met today, off mic, we did not talk about the things that we've done since we last
I mean,
recorded.
we got two major things to discuss.
hit me up with it, baby.
So, I mean, I would say at least let's do the smaller of the two first, I'd say. That way we got plenty of time to talk about the fucking elephant in the room. But the first one I'd say is we did Jingle Eve in Ivanhoe Village.
Jingle Eve was great.
It was phenomenal. We started here at the Crow's Nest for a little food. We fucking partied through Jingle Eve, hit vintage stores, had a couple of drinks. I got to see the new Hideaway for the
The new
first time.
Hideaway, we got to talk about that.
Let's go ahead and talk about it. I think it fucking sucks.
I'm thoroughly disappointed.
Yeah, it looks like an alehouse.
It was like, I want to go to the old Hideaway and stick to the floor and order giant fucking shots. And we have the pool table and that doesn't work and the sticks are bent.
Yeah.
And if you throw a dart, I think there's darts there. If you throw a dart, you might hit somebody else in the head. This place was a warehouse of an establishment. It smelt too clean.
I have something on the smell.
Yeah.
So when you have you ever like associated a weird taste in your mouth with a place?
Yeah.
The Hideaway gives me. Do you guys remember going to the zoo and getting one of those fucking wax where it would
The Sanford Zoo?
yeah, where it would you'd get like a Tyrannosaurus, you'd put a quarter in and you'd see the machine do a wax thing and pop it out.
Yeah.
That's the smell that I get from the Hideaway in my nose right now. Like
The new Hideaway.
The new Hideaway. The
Man.
old Hideaway was just like old smoke and ammonia. It's fucking great.
Old smoke, ammonia, chicken wings,
Herpes.
stale, food,
Yeah. So the Hideaway, I'd say, not great. I mean, I understand why they did what they did, but it fucking sad to see places that we've partied at go
I hope they break
totally
it in.
cultural.
I don't
corporate.
It's not somewhere I want to go. I'd rather go to Matador.
100%. Not even close. I mean, Matador is one of my favorite spots in Orlando.
Yeah.
But so that's what we did. That
We
popped
ended
around.
up hiking over to Imperial. There was a great band there that was booked at Winter Park Autumn Art Fest. God dang it.
I didn't make it, so I don't know.
Oh, really?
I didn't make it to
You
Imperial.
dropped off it before Imperial?
No, we kept going. So when we got to the fork in the road where you guys went right to Imperial, we went left down like Orange Avenue all the way through to the end.
So like you headed towards Hammered Lamb and that. And
Correct.
That was the direction.
And went all the way down, and through that, I just bumped into so many people that we ended up spending like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Cool.
So that was Jingle Eve. Great event. They did change the date this year, which was way better. It's usually like in the teens during November, which is not Jingle Eve-y. Like it doesn't feel like Christmas. It's still hot. This was actually chilly outside. Very good experience, I think. We had a good crew. Trevor, your family joined us.
Absolutely.
It was a really good time. So that was Friday night. Or, I'm sorry, Saturday night.
Correct.
However, we got the Beastodon to talk about.
Which is
Taste of Hannibal Square.
the taste of Hannibal Square.
Buddy.
Oh my.
How'd you do? You enjoy it, PR?
I thought it was fabulous. I thought we did the best of the 3 years that we've been doing this.
I mean,
Yeah.
anybody who watches the show knows that PR liked it. He was a fucking movie star. Weren't you on the Fox 35 News, buddy?
Yeah, you got a news spot, man? A
was-
live news spot.
It was a great. I thought it was a great event. I think principally, I'd say that Trevor and I were the principal kind of
the driving
organizers.
force.
Yeah.
And what's so good about it is that when you get all the big organizations or representatives within Winter Park actually attending.
Yeah.
So can we name drop on this right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so
Get
the
it.
mayor DeSocio showed up and did well, let me backtrack. Smoking Jackets, the band played. They were fantastic.
Great.
DeSocio showed up and did a kind of a speech to announce the evening after a couple of songs from the Jackets. And Winter Park Chamber showed up.
Betsy Gardner, CEO, was there.
Yep. And
But the chamber though is that their entire team were there.
Oh, yeah.
They don't normally attend events, and that was a big kind of tick that the event has achieved a certain level of status, and I was
Dude,
really
it was on the friggin' news. Like, it's a high status event. I mean, this is becoming a premier event in the Winter Park area.
it takes time to build something.
I mean, I think you guys are doing a fantastic
We're
job.
in early on this deal, and in a few years, holy shit, it's going to be fucking huge, man.
For
And
my
we
part,
had-
I wasn't involved, and everybody knows I'm not involved in like the creation of it, but they know I'm friends with you guys, that we do a podcast.
Yeah, I
all
think-
they were
Yeah.
unbelievably complimentary.
I do think, Nick, that you play a big role in terms of guiding both Trevor and I. But in terms of DeSocio, the mayor being there, fantastic, and her husband, and the previous mayor, Phil Anderson, and his wife were there as well. And there were a number of city officials that were there, which is fantastic.
Very outstanding.
And then I think Winter Park community and surrounding community turned out. It was a fabulous evening. I really can't say that we this time around put a foot wrong.
No,
I don't think there's anything that can be improved upon it.
I think we can say we put our foot right,
You had excellent marketing. The poster was fucking rad.
which came from the Wizard of Ed.
The Wizard of Ed. The poster was rad. The social media footprint was awesome. I mean,
which came from Intuitive Muse.
Intuitive Muse. If I can get into some of the particulars when you talk about the food, excellent. I mean, every single spot, that I tried.
No holds barred.
So Jam Hot Chicken, they had like their nuggets. I tried they had some of their level 0 and some of their level 2.
Were they mother-looking Funkler nuggets,
They
or
were
just regular, or were they just regular nuggets?
Just nuggets, bro. But they were delicious. I had mint, their chicken, excellent. The PAT had fried green tomatoes.
Yeah,
it was very, very good. I mean, I got to be honest. I stopped by Vinia's tent. Excellent food. Fabio was out there handing stuff out. I mean, just totally for the ones on that street that try to take advantage of it, I think it serves them very well.
Yes.
I know there's a couple of businesses that don't, and I think that that's to their detriment. I think that it's their loss.
So coming up, we have 5th, 6th, and 7th in Winter Park.
Wow.
Of December. Mm-hmm. Holy shit.
Yeah. Week after Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How are we going to deal with
So
that?
5th is Christmas in the Park. Morse Museum brings out all the glass, the Tiffany glass.
Tiffany glass.
And an orchestra
And that's
plays.
so if everybody's listening to this as it comes out live, that's this week.
It is this week.
Yeah, this week. If you're listening, the week that you are listening to this right now, check out 5th, 6th, and 7th.
The
big event.
The 6th is Winter on the Avenue, where they light the Winter Park Christmas tree.
So rad. Such a cool spot.
And menorah.
Very cool spot. I mean, especially people with families, not really my jam, but the overall atmosphere of the event's great.
I don't really like families
That's a Winter
either,
Park
but
chamber, and they put on a good show to light up that Christmas.
They absolutely, it's a fun evening.
Yep.
And then the 7th is, so I'm in a organization that does a deal called the Pancake Breakfast.
Pancake Breakfast.
And so I'm volunteering to sling sausages.
We're in
the same?
Yes,
All right.
we're in the same. It's
What, are you
leadership.
there at
We're
5
both
in the morning?
it.
Are you there at
We
5?
will both be there working the griddle. I'm
Yeah.
doing tickets later as well. But
Okay.
yeah, I'll be there at 5.
But also, so Pancake Breakfast goes out, and a
What
lot
time
of plates.
can you get what time are they available? At 7?
I want to say 7
Yeah,
a.m.
7 o'clock. Everybody can come.
7
We have to be there at 5.
Yeah. But the Pancake Breakfast, it dovetails into the Winter Park Christmas Parade.
It does.
And so you can come out and get a delicious plate of food, and then we'll watch the Christmas parade.
And then
go to Fiddler's Green?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But 5th, 6th, 7th December, pay attention to everything going on in Winter Park. We're going to have a blast. I'll be there. Come say hi.
I love it.
Anything else coming up?
I mean, we're gonna have the listeners probably won't know a scheduling break because we will be having shows that we will hopefully be airing all the way through the holidays.
Yes.
We're recording through that, but otherwise, not really. Those are the big events that we've got coming up.
All right.
I think. Otherwise, I'm going to Japan. That should be rad.
Hey,
you're going Japanese. You're really
turning
going Japanese. You really think so?
I really think so.
I'm just so excited. It's the holidays. It's party time. It's family time. It's lots and lots of calories. Oh my God, how am I going to deal with it?
You're going to go to the gym and get
I
hit
will
on
go
by
to
more
the gym
women
every day, and
Yeah.
I will work out as much as I can in a very hygienic place.
The full bush at the gym will motivate you to drop all the calories in January, and everything's going to be groovy.
Groovy, baby.
Full disclosure, I'm not a fan of the full bush, but anyway.
All right, let's wrap this sucker
Do
up.
it.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Special thanks, as always, to the Wizard of Ed and super producer.
Check him out every Tuesday, 7:30 to 9:30 at Harp and Celt at Downtown Trivia. Check him out.
If you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe. We love hearing from our fellow Funklers, so please leave comments, questions, and requests. Connect with us on social media. If you see us post pictures on Instagram, that means we are there live.
Live and partying.
So the idea is, if you see a picture, come to the place that we're at, and Nick will buy you a shot.
No question about it. I'll buy you a shot anyway.
All right. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
See you in the promised land, baby.
Cheers. Well done.
Woo! We did it.